So we are back to ice hockey. I feel like this is like the never-ending sport. We bring it up every other week. We've got ice hockey news, but tomorrow are actually the World Championships, and those are going to go on for, 2 weeks. So where is it taking place, and what can we expect?
Well, like you say, it does seem to go on a bit, doesn't it? Copenhagen, so Denmark, the World Championships, and it's going to be the top 16 nations in the world. They're split into two groups, so that's two groups of 8, and they each play each other. Arguably, Russia and Sweden are going to be their most difficult games. And then if they're top 4 in their group, they go through to the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. And once, Switzerland actually came second back in 2013. So fingers crossed, let's hope it's going to be a good tournament for Switzerland.
Yeah, because I think it's safe to say that the Winter Games in Pyeongchang were not their best moment, right? The Swiss team.
It's a bit strange. I mean, you watched it as well as I do. And what happened was there was excitement in the build-up. NHL players weren't playing, so we thought, Switzerland could do well. And they came 10th. Now, I don't know. I mean, you follow sports well a little bit now because of me in Switzerland. Yeah. That's not too good, is it, 10th?
I mean, it doesn't sound good, but it depends on if they're 10th out of how many, right? Is it 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Not that
anyway,
bad.
I mean, hopefully they're moving up. What's actually happening this time is that a lot of the NHL players are available for the big countries, but they've cried off. They've said, I'm injured, I'm tired, because everything for them is their $5 million contracts in the States. This little tournament is, it happens every year. And so I'm sure you can understand that if it happens every year, it's not a huge priority for most countries. So
but it is the World Championships, though, right? I mean, it has to have some importance, or...
Hockey doesn't really work that way. These are very brave athletes, and they start at the age of 18. Their career goes on for maybe 15 years, and then that's it. They get battered and bruised. If they're really good, they make upwards of $5 million a year in the States. So to be fair, a lot of the athletes don't want to risk having to play 5 or 6 games in 2 weeks, possibly get hurt for the gong.
Well, so what is their future like then in leagues like the NHL or other international competitions?
It's a bit strange, this, because the International Ice Hockey Federation clearly want everyone to go to the Olympics and want them to go to the World Championships, but it's a real power struggle. We actually saw the NHL this year declining the invitation. It was all over, supposedly over insurance costs and all sorts of things. But if you're a Swiss player, now, if you're a very good player in Switzerland, you might earn 500, 600,000 Swiss francs a year. Now, putting your body on the line, that's quite a lot. But if you go to the NHL and you make it, say we have Nino Niederreiter, for example, he's 6'4", say 1 minute 90, and he's a big bloke. He's been in the NHL for the last 4 or 5 years. He's on a 5-year contract of $25 million. So clearly there's an incentive to go there.
That's not bad. $25 million paycheck is not bad. But how long could his career go? I mean, how long could he play? Once he reaches the NHL, is that kind of the top? That's as far as he can go?
It's a bit like working for CNN. You don't get any bigger. So basically, for him, Mark Streit, in the Swiss guy from Bern, he had 15, 16 seasons in the States, has given up at the age of 40 because he's sort of on the down. There's a Swiss goalkeeper, which you can see in your picture, Reto Berra. Now, he's interesting. He's been in the sort of going backwards and forwards for the last few years. He's been having a career for 15 years. He's played for about 18 different clubs. And he goes to the States, he goes to top league for 1 year, and then comes back a bit. And he's just finally said, I've had enough. I'm going to quit my $700,000 minimum salary in the States, and has just signed for 2 years with Fribourg-Gottorp. So eventually, there's actually 14 players from Switzerland at the moment in the top league in the NHL, but you probably have about 5 or 6 others that try it out each year. They go from really, really struggling, 80 games a year, hopefully. They come back to Switzerland and they have an easy life and sort of $500,000 a year. So it's one of those interesting situations. Switzerland athletes, they go for it and then they come back.
All right. Well, you know what happens on Monday if the Swiss do well? Starting next week,
We have the bell. We have the bell. They play every 2 days.
We'll see. We'll see if we can bring that back. Thank you, Matt, as always.